Hello guys, this is another progress video on my hero, and the first thing I want to say is that I've gotten a lot, like a lot stronger than last time. We'll first begin with my Link skills and Maple Union. So regarding Link skills, I got my Demon Avenger to level 140, so now I got 5% extra damage from that. I got my Kinesis to level 140, so I got 4% critical damage increase. Got my Arc to 140. This gives me a total of 9% damage as long as I maintain the stacks, of course, but that's easy. Got my Phantom to 120, so I got a bonus of 5% crit chance. I got my Zenith to 120, so I got 5% additional all stat. And that's about it for the Link skill. Let's go to Union. My Maple Union, it has increased from about level 1000 to 1587. So currently, I'm still low, so I'm trying to get the most out of attack and strength. But once I get this to 2000, I'll be able to secure 6 line, either 6% of boss damage, 3% of crit damage, or some crit chance, because my crit chance is still not at 100%, and I'll show you later, or soon. But yeah, my goal right now is to get this to 2000 so I can unlock another level. Now let's go to my stats. Currently, I'm sitting at 27k strength with 280 arcane force. Range is not important because hero's range is always off the chart. My boss damage is at 230% with max combo. 90% ignore enemy defense. This is pretty low. I have to find ways to get this, and it will most likely be Union. My damage is at 38%, so that's a total of 268% damage increase on bosses. My crit chance is at 81%, but with Sharp Eyes, it's at 91%. Crit damage is at 52%. And the one notable difference from this is my legendary inner ability. I changed from attack speed to crit chance, because my crit chance became way too low when the soul on my weapon changed from crit chance to attack 3%. I'll get into that later when I reveal my items, but yeah, it's a pretty low roll because you can get up to 30%, but it's hard to roll, so I'm just gonna stick with this for now. But when I have more finance to fund into the inner ability, I'll get into it. So right now, 91%. Once I get my Night Lord and Sniper to 140, I'll be sitting at 97% crit chance. So like I mentioned from the Maple Union, I might invest 3 blocks in there to get 100%. Now let's get into the gear itself. As you can see, I no longer have any epic items. All of my item has been upgraded, like all throughout the board, every single one. We'll begin with the pet items. So as you can see, I attack scrolled all of these. The top one is at 33 attack, second one is at 26, and the last one at 24. So this is a huge boost to me actually. I got about a bonus of 50 to 60 attack from the last pet item I had. So this is actually a ginormous boost. Now let's get into the gear itself. First we'll begin with this ring, Meister Almighty Ring. As you can see, that's 30% strength in the top potential, 3% strength, and 12 bonus strength in the additional potential. And it has been scrolled twice with a premium accessory attack scroll, so it's at an 8 attack. I can still scroll this one more time, but that'll have to wait until I change some of my other items. So that's about it. I don't know when I'll be swapping this ring out for a better one. Maybe never, who knows. But for now, I'm content with this. Got it off quite cheap. And yeah. Next ring is the Ephia's ring. I don't know what it's called in other servers, but here is literally translates to Precious Ephia's ring. And this is a part of the boss accessory set. So as you can see, I used to have 9 set bonus, but now I'm at 7 because I had to swap 2 items. I'll get into that later. This has been scrolled 3 times with regular accessory attack scroll, so it only has a bonus of 5, which is pretty bad, but This is a ring that I'll be swapping out in the future, so I didn't invest too heavily into it. Its top potential is at 15% strength, and its additional potential, it has 2 lines of attack. The next ring is the Meister ring. 17 stars. It has been premium attack accessory attack scroll twice, so it's sitting at 27 attack. Pretty solid ring. Its top potential is at 30% strength, and its additional potential is at 11 attack and 4% strength. So I'll probably keep this ring forever. Of course, I'll be starring it to above 20, like in very distant future. But for now, I'm content with this. The next is a Silver Blossom ring. I'm also content with this. So it has been regular accessory attack scroll 3 times. It has 8 attack from that. Pretty good, pretty good. Its top potential is at 18% strength, and its additional potential is at 1 strength for every 10 level, 14 bonus strength, and a line of attack. Pretty solid ring. I'll also be keeping this for a while, but I do have to eventually roll this. Not swap. Next is a pocket item. Pretty solid with 100 flame stat. Next is a Makernator pendant. So I swapped this one out. It has 95 flame stat, which is solid, and it has 24% strength on the top potential. Pretty good. And its additional potential has 1 line of attack. I'll have to roll the additional potential in the future. But what's so great about this item is how it's been scrolled. It's ridiculous. It's magnificent. So it has been scrolled 3 times, and it has a bonus of 12 attack and about 8 strength from 3 scrolls. That's pretty amazing. That's really amazing, actually. So I'll be keeping this for a while, but I'll have to re-roll the additional potential. Next is a Makernator pendant. This is a very mediocre one. Its flame stat is bad. There's nothing special about this. I have to either flame it myself or get a new one. Its top potential, as you can see, it has 18% strength. Its additional potential has only 1 line of attack. So I have to either swap this ring out, this pendant as a whole, or re-roll a lot of the things on it. 17 stars. Next is the weapon, the big change here. As you can see, its additional potential has now become 2 line of attack, and its top potential has been rolled to 2 lines of boss and 1 line of attack. And its flame is also better. Flame stat. It has 4% damage and 4% all stat. So it's a complete overhaul from last time. It has become an amazing weapon. And its soul has been swapped from crit chance to attack 3%. So what happened was I sold my last weapon to get this one, and it was a huge boost. Unexplainable. Really, really good. I think I'll be keeping this at 17 stars, because when it goes boom from starring, to recover it, you need to spend about 350 USD dollars worth USD worth of cash to get a clean version of this weapon. That's right, a clean version of arcane weapon is that expensive. So I'll be keeping this at 17 stars for a long time. Not brave enough. Next big change is the belt. It's an 8-star Tyrant belt with 84 flame stat. The one thing about this belt is that it has been scrolled twice with spell tracings. So I have to arc scroll this and premium attack scroll it in the future, but not now. Because like I mentioned, I got another item that I need to invest in, and I'll show you guys later. So its potential is at 27% strength for the top potential, and its bottom potential is at 6% strength and 10 bonus strength. Solid belt. Solid belt. Now let's get to the hat. So it's the same base helmet from last time, but one thing that's changed is that it's now 18 stars, and its flame has increased from, I think it was 74 flame strength to 86, and I got 25 dex as a flame stat. And getting dex is actually really good in the long run. Now don't try to aim to get dex, but accidental dexes like this is really useful, because the secondary stat also gives a decent boost to your stat damage. And as you can see, all your all stat percents also influence it. So like if you're super min-maxing Trying to get flames on both strength and dex is valuable. Anyways, it has 18% strength on the top potential, 4% strength, and 1 line of attack for the bottom potential. It's at 37 attack, because I got it from 17 to 18 stars. The next huge change, never mind the weapon, I think this is the biggest change, is this. As you can see, it has blue stars, the KMS special, so it has 82 whopping attack. It's pretty ridiculous, right? 82 attack and 114 strength. And its flame is actually, the flame stats may look mediocre to you, but it's actually really good on this item, because it's really hard to roll a good flame stat on this item. So 7 strength, 4% for its flame stat, and its top potential is 27% strength, and bottom at 7% strength. It's really good. It's really good. Expensive too. The next is the Populatus mark. So 17 stars, has been scrolled 6 times with regular accessory attack, and its flame stat is at 32/6%. The flame stat is very mediocre. You might be wondering why. Well, it's because, to me, all stat is less value. I need more raw strength, basically, because I have a lot more strength percents now that I need a lot more raw strength to take advantage of that strength percent. But Populatus mark is very expensive, and I'm not brave enough to flame this because it might screw up. So anyways, it has 32 attack, 98 strength, and its top potential is at 18% strength, and its additional potential has a line of attack. Pretty solid. Except the flame stat, anyways. Next is the armor. It's the same piece from last time, except its additional potential has gone from rare to unique. And I also got it from 17 to 18 stars, actually. I got all my armor from 17 to 18. So all my armors are 18 stars, just remember that. So its top potential, 18% strength. Additional potential is at 16 bonus strength and 4% strength. It's a really good top, because its flame stat is pretty good. It's really good. 104. On a 150 piece, that's really good flame stat, and I'll be keeping this for a long time. Next is the pants. Nothing changed from last time, except that I got it from 17 to 18 stars. So I'll be skipping this. Next is the boots. 95 flame stat. I got this from 17 to 18 stars. And its top potential is now unique, 15%. I'll have to reroll the top potential to get it to at least 3 line unique or 2 line legendary. Its additional potential is at 4% strength, so I have to reroll that too. The next is Meister earring. I don't know if this item was in the last video, but I'll go through it anyway. It's at 17 stars. Really good flame stat, 64 strength and 5% all stat. It has been scrolled 7 times with regular accessory attack, I believe. Actually, to be honest, I don't know exactly what this was scrolled with. I think it's a mix of chaos scroll and accessory attack scrolls, but I'm not too sure. But it's decently scrolled. It has 41 attack at 17 stars. That's pretty decent. Its top potential is at 24% strength. Its additional potential is at 14 bonus strength and 2% strength. So I have to reroll this as well. The bottom potential especially. Next is the shoulder. Got it from Epic 2 Unique. And 18 stars, of course. So it's at 15% strength, top potential. And 4% strength on the bottom potential. Another big change is this glove right here. So remember my past glove. It had 100 flame stat and 2 lines of strength, I believe, on the top potential. But yes, I sold that one because I was cubing it to get it to legendary because crit damage is essential on gloves. But it got 3 line of strength on unique. So I just used that to sell it and buy this. So this has 54 flame strength, 6% all stat, 1 line of crit damage, and the sharp eye skill. Its additional potential has 4% strength and a line of attack. So why did I get this? Usually the most ideal glove is having 2 line of crit damage on your glove, but I am a lazy man. So I just bought this with the sharp eye on it because I didn't want to swap gloves and I didn't want to invest the core slot for sharp eyes. But yeah, I'm gonna be sticking with this for a while. But once I unlock more core slots, then I'll probably roll this to 1 line of crit damage and at least 1 line of strength. That's my goal. Next up is the emblem, and this is the main item that I'll be touching next month. I'll need to get its additional potential to at least unique 2 lines of attack. I'm pretty content with the top potential for now because rolling 3 lines of attack is very, very hard, if not impossible on an emblem. It's not impossible, of course, but it's hard. So I'll be sticking with this for now, and I don't need any more extra ignore defense for now because although it's at 90%, I'll be utilizing Maple Union soon. So that's it. And also, once I get my Monster Park emblem and get my Luminous to level 70 to 120, I'll be getting more. So getting ignore defense, there's a lot of ways to get them. So I'll be sticking with this for now. And this medal right here, this is actually the best medal pre Monster Park medal. And this is really hard to get actually. I got it from the Flame Wolf or Fire Wolf or whatever it's called in the other servers, but this is the best medal before that. It gives the most stats. And there are people that play the game for a year and still haven't gotten this. It's that rare. Next is the sub weapon, and you guys know exactly how many cubes I've used on this. And as a matter of fact, after the recording, I cubed this about 500 more times. So I used a ridiculous amount of cubes. Like, ridiculous amounts. But yeah, I got it to boss, ignore defense, and attack. And that's not even the option I want. And I swear, when I was cubing this, I got 3 lines of magic attack, 1 line of magic, 2 boss, 1 boss, 2 magic. I got a mix of every boss and magic attack there is available. Mages need to be deleted. I mean, I'm kidding, of course, but it was ridiculous. And I'll also need to reroll its additional potential. But since cubing sub weapon is always gonna be bad on your part, because it's always better to just buy it, like I mentioned in the previous video, since it has no scissor availability. Like there's no limit to how many times you could cut it. You can just trade it forever. So it's constantly being produced, but it doesn't get stuck on accounts because it can't be scissored anymore. So it's cheap because there's abundance of it, but not in my server. Not in my server. So I'm gonna be not cubing this for as long as possible and just work on my emblem and my other gear. Next is a cape. As you can see, 18 stars. Now this is the only item that I have a massive problem with. And why, you ask? Its flame stat is only at 79, which is very mediocre. No, not even mediocre, it's bad. So I have to flame this or get a new cape sometime soon. Most likely flame. So as you can see, it's at 18 stars. Top potential is at 15% strength, and additional potential is at 11 attack and 10 bonus strength. And one thing I forgot to mention is that all my armor pieces are 30% spells tracing. Yeah, it's been scrolled with spells tracing, 30%. Next is a heart. This is also the next item that I'm gonna be swapping out after my emblem. So there's 2 routes that I can take. One is that I innocent scroll this and magic scroll it. so that I can get at least 90 attack on it instead of 50. And my other route is just buy an entire new heart that's legendary. That's right, there's a legendary heart in auction. I don't know how long it's gonna be staying there, but I think it's gonna stay there for a while. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this one, to be honest. To just buy a whole new heart that's legendary, 3-line strength, or innocent this, because this is untradeable, so it's kind of a waste to just like leave it in my inventory, like my belt. My old belt, where are you? Yeah, there it is. So yeah, and my arcane force is at 280, which gives me a bonus of 2800 strength. And my goal, my ultimate goal, is to reach 30k strength without any symbols, so that I'll be able to reach 40k strength once I get my symbols to my arcane force to 1000. That's my goal for now. So I defeated Lotus, I defeated Damien. So what's there now? It's Lucid. And I'll be able to solo it, I believe, once I reach my goal. Actually, I don't think I even need to get more strength. I think if I get my arcane force high enough, I'll be able to do it. But I don't think I could do it like entirely solo. I need to have some support to get rid of the mobs, nearby mobs, and some buffs probably, because like hero, when you enrage, you can only target one monster at a time. So like Lotus phase 1 is a pain in the ass, because like hero's mobbing disappears when you turn on enrage, which is a large portion of your damage. The next thing, one thing I forgot to mention is that since my potential, my inner ability has gone from attack speed to crit chance, I'll need to use both speed infusion and extreme green to reach max speed. And where did I get the speed infusion? Let's get into that now. So this is the state of my core. My skill upgrades are at 24, 18, and 17. Once I get both of these to 25, I'll be taking out this one and putting in another skill. I swap my skills around for like every boss. Like Body of Steel is valuable for both Damien and Lotus, and so on and so forth. So that's about it. And I'll be using this speed infusion because I no longer have the attack speed ability. But the thing is, buff freezers are now a must. I need to buy buff freezers. It's become a must, because this skill from 5th job has a cooldown. So when I die, I lose that buff unless I have a buff freezer, and I won't be able to cast it again. And I'll be attacking slow, attacking like this until it's off cooldown. So yeah, guys, my goal once again to reach 40k strength. And that's about it. And I'll be back later. Thanks for watching.